Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of My Mindful Media. And specifically, today's episode is the ABCs of directors. This is the show where we take a random letter, we put it in ChatGPT, and it tells us the most important directors that start with the letter Q. And today, we're doing Quinn Shepherd. Yes, Quinn Shepherd. Why not Quentin Tarantino? Well, if these videos do really well, I will do a separate video on Quentin Tarantino, all his movies back to back. So, if y'all are hyped for that, get ready, because this is going to be a wild ride. And let's go ahead and get into our first movie, which is Blame. Well, before we get started though, I must let you know that her first movie is actually a short film called Till Dark. And unfortunately, I cannot find that anywhere. So if anybody has any kind of information about where I can find this short film, please let me know in the comments. But now, without further ado, let's get into 2017's Blame by Quinn Shepherd. And speaking of Blame, that was actually the first movie we were able to watch. Right now you can find it on YouTube as of this recording for free actually. So you can just go on there, watch the movie, and make the opinion for yourself. You don't have to take my opinion for it, you know? Going into this film, not really too excited. We watched the trailer, me and my girlfriend, and we weren't hyped for it. The film stars Quinn Shepherd as one of the lead roles, and she is playing... I'm just gonna be straight up with you right now. This movie sucks. This movie sucks. So I did not remember anything about it or care to remember anything about it. So we're on Letterboxd. Abigail is played by Quinn Shepherd. She is this very shy lady. It gets bullied at school, especially by Melissa, played by Nadia Alexander. She also has a few demons in her closet as well. They call her psychotic and a psycho. And why do they call her that? They never explain it to us. There was at one point in the film where, you know, I thought it was gonna say something, but it ended up just not saying anything and getting interrupted by the creepy teacher. It's a good segue. Chris Messina playing Jeremy Woods, the creepy teacher that has a very weird home life. How do I put this in a YouTube friendly way? When the springs are springing, he is not sprung, if you know what I mean. So I guess his next decision would be to talk to a 16-year-old girl.
Please have a seat right there. Come on in over here. Have a seat there. Yeah, have a seat back over there for me.
They're playing for this play called The Crucible, and Abigail and Melissa wanted to be the main female character, but Jeremy Woods ended up picking Abigail over Melissa. Melissa's character is very odd. I mean, I get where Quinn is coming from with all this. The bully gets bullied at home, so to speak. Maybe there's some people out there that just love these movies, and that's fine. More power to you, but this is just not what I like. Very odd. There's actually a big surprise at the end that I'm not going to tell you about if you even care about watching this film. That brings up a lot of things, and maybe a little bit understanding why she acts that way. But overall, dude. So that's going to be my thoughts on Blame. The next one we are going to check out is called Not Okay. And it's a film from 2022, and I believe it also stars, no it does not. It does not star Quinn Shepherd as the main character again. The leading actress kind of looked like her at a glance, so that's why I figured. I guess this is just going to be my raw thoughts before. I guess I can do that right now. My thoughts going into Not Okay. I mean, the trailer makes it look like it's going to be a better movie than Blame. It's a comedy, so I'm hoping to laugh a lot. It has an interesting kind of premise, and I am excited to see what happens in the film. And I will also be watching that as well with my beautiful girlfriend. So stay tuned, I guess, for the next part where I'll be telling you if this is good or if this is just complete garbage. Alright, this is me after watching Not Okay. Just a brief premise of the story. Danny, played by Zoe Deutch, is in love with Colin, played by Dylan O'Brien, yes. I'm not gonna lie, my beautiful girlfriend helped me with that. Shout out, girlfriend. She comes up with a plan to fake a writing retreat to Paris, but on her excursion doing that and editing the photos and posting them to social media, a terrorist attack happened. She has to figure out how to go through life pretending to be a survivor of a terrorist attack that she was never a part of. So let me tell you why this is just so, like, bad to me. First off, Danny, she's a bitch. I don't know how to say. I don't know what. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know any other way to describe her besides she's a bitch, man. Everything's got to be about her. Like, if there was this, look, sidetrack, I know, but this lady reminds me of a girl I used to work with, and she would always come in, and no matter what day of the week it was something going on. Somebody had died. Her car is acting up. She's sick. Her kids are sick, her husband's sick, blah blah blah, her house isn't fixed. It's just something, always something. I think that person and Danny have a lot in common to me, and that's maybe why I didn't like it. Her personality just does not sit well with me, and I think that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, there is a warning at the beginning saying that there is a unforgivable feminist or something like that that's in the movie. And it was like also flashing lights and blah, blah, blah. They put that in too, which I thought was pretty funny. And I was like, oh, okay, they may be just trying to get all the straight white guys being like shaking in their boots or something. So I was like, okay, let me just keep going with it. But no. She's a piece of shit. She was legit a piece of shit. She went to this survivors group, I guess, to just coerce in her lie or just make her seem that her lie is more tangible, I guess you would say. And she met this 16-year-old girl named Rowan, who is played by, I really gotta get these actors' names like in my head, especially if I'm going to do this a lot. And she is played by Mia Isaac. She represents the Parkland shooting that happened in Florida. And she is a big motivational speaker. I guess you wouldn't say motivational speaker, but a big activist. They kind of form a relationship, and then once everything comes out that she is a fraud, I think you already know what happens from there. I'm gonna tell you right now, she does not get redeemed at all. There's no redemption arc for her, and I think that was a good ending for that. Yeah, she's a piece of shit. I don't want her to have a good ending, so that lady is, I don't know. I mean, she didn't mean to, but I mean, at the same time, you still went with it. I think if I was in that situation, maybe came out and said, look guys, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I faked this whole trip just to be popular, just straight out of the gate. And then really nobody would care, because you know why? Because probably people fake vacations all the time. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't heard any cases of it, but I mean, it's probably out there. But, you know, with all that being said, overall, would I recommend Quinn Shepherd's directorial films? Honestly, no. For me, it's just not my cup of tea. I can probably see a type of people that would want to watch this, like people who are loving like drama film, watch people get what they deserve, I guess. I don't know. I like Clockwork Orange, but I think Clockwork Orange is way different than Not Okay. So, but it has kind of the same premise that I guess, in a weird sort of way. I think overall, Quinn Shepherd, out of 5 stars, I give her directorial films a half star. Well, thank you guys for watching, and next time on the ABCs of directors, we're going to be going over Cho Jeong-jeong. So make sure to catch up on his filmography if you can, and I will see you next time on My Mindful Media.